up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Miami Dolphins and themselves. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On play action, here's Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 56 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded right around the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Tua now on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the 2nd level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. 2nd level, probably because they moved up to the 1st level, and that hurts them.
One more time with Mostert. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. 2 and now, 3rd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent off. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. Oh, this is intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. Now it's Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tua going to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mostert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Tua now on 1st down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. He's got a man. Complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. Tua.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run right side with Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and run for it. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 41 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. It's a run with Mostert. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A fairly short kick from the 14. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. He goes 86 yards on the kick return. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
It's a run with Mostert, and this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's a kickoff return score on a squib kick. And the Dolphins have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Sanders now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the and that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Sanders pulled it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And some room to work.